Hello, my name is Brian Foster, and welcome to my vlog about Spiritism. And this is a continuation of me bringing you communication from spirits. First, before I begin, please hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and give us a like. This will help us with the YouTube algorithm. Spread the word of Spiritism farther afield. Now, this is a message I'm going to talk about today from the Centro Espirita Uniao, which is the Spiritist Union Center in Sao Paulo. I will provide a link to the message to their website, and it's the message from a medium, Nena Galves. It's about the current pandemic, also called the Cononavirus pandemic, Chinese virus, or the Wahoo virus. And I will start with the message now. Jesus, our divine teacher, did not need large temples to pray. He did it together with his apostles and founded his gospel in the light of the stars. We are living a moment for reflection. Nothing is by chance on this planet called Earth. We have an obligation to watch over him. Lately, we were distracted from this responsibility, giving much more priority to power and pleasure without dwelling on our most needy neighbor. Faith will comfort us together through prayer. Spiritual friends felt the imminent danger of a great world war. New and powerful weapons, created by men, could destroy the earth and the human being. Epidemics have always come to teach men how to evolve spiritually. In this new epidemic, the money that would be spent for a great war is being used to support human beings instead of killing them. It is in the Spirit's book, Moral Laws. Let me stop there for a second. So it's interesting. She says that epidemics have always come to teach men how to evolve spiritually. And one can see that, but I have not seen that in black and white before in communication from spirits. And I've not seen that even from the books by spiritist mediums. So, but it does have the feel of truth, is that, the spirit world guides us on earth, guides us as a collective, humans, as well as they guide us individually, right? Each guide us individually so we can improve in our current life to become a better person. At the same time, nations are guided, organizations are guided, and the whole world is guided, and parts of the world are guided. And therefore, these things will come. Epidemics, as she says, epidemics have always come to teach men how to evolve spiritually. So it may be something where it says, okay, time out. Some of you are leaving, some of you are staying. Think about what that means. Think about what materialism, what goods, what your your toys are in our culture, right? What those things really mean to you as opposed to your life, your friend's life, and your family's life. And therefore, what she says, and this is in the Spirit's book, Moral Laws, which is the Spirit's book, which is great codified by Allan Kardec, tells us what the Spirit's gives us a lot more information. This was the third revelation. The Spirit's book, I should say, gives us a lot more information about the spirit world, the processes of the spirits, why we're on earth, and why things happen the way they do. Now, I have expanded by that in my other books, but I'll talk about those later. Let me finish this message. Let us make our home a family temple, praying and watching every day. Reason and faith is what the Spiritist doctrine teaches us. Faith without reason is ignorance. Reason is an attribute that we should always have, especially in difficult times. Science will provide ways to pass this necessary proof. Let me stop there for a second. So, we have made fun in our culture, and I include myself in this, when you look back in history and someone says, well, this earthquake was caused by, people did these things wrong. Or, now I am saying that Spiritism is telling this epidemic is sent by the spirit world, or allowed by the spirit world, to happen in order to get us back to our spiritual roots. And, in the past, before I became a spiritist, I would say that's just nonsense. But a lot of this is true. Now, how do I know this is true? Because what I've gone through. And again, when she says faith without reason is ignorance, and reason and faith is what the Spiritist doctrine teaches us. Why do I have faith? This is true because my wife went through a near-death experience and told me about things that would happen in the future that were so specific as to be almost completely improbable that they would happen. Maybe not impossible, but beyond the realm of statistics, right? It just couldn't be. And this was years in advance, and when these things happened, and before she told me this, I didn't believe it, and I actually took counterproductive measures, which I was so stupid. But then when it happened exactly the way she said it was going to happen, then I had to readjust my thinking and understand that there is some higher power there controlling our lives. Otherwise, how would you know the future? And this is what led me to Spiritism. And now I understand that we are here on earth for a purpose. We are in a campus, and we are being led very closely, much more closely than almost anybody realizes, in our individual lives, in our collective lives as humanity on earth. We are in these dense bodies for a short time, repeatedly, reincarnation, so we can learn to become a better person. We can take out our primitive emotions and replace them with higher emotions. Love, charity, and fraternity replaces anger, revenge, etc. So, when she then says science will provide ways to pass this necessary proof, this is foretold in the Spiritist doctrine that someday science will say, yes, there is a God, there are other dimensions, there are other planes of being, and spirits are around us. That has not happened yet, although there have been studies about near-death experiences that are stating things and showing things that people have sight and prophecies that you can't explain. So anyway, I will carry on. We understand that the message of the spiritual plane is to value more human beings and less power and money. Faith will comfort us through prayer and the assurance that Jesus is at the helm. May Jesus bless you today and forever. Nena Galves, Union Spiritist Center. So, a very interesting message. And of course, this has been said over and over again in the Spiritist doctrine that we are here on earth to change our character and our personality, to be more loving and kind, and to follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That is the central tenet of the Spiritist doctrine. And how do we achieve that? Well, we achieve that by studying and understanding the Spiritist doctrine, by understanding why we are here on earth, understanding what the spirit world is all about, because that is where we came from. We are immortal spirits. We will live forever. The earth will become just a hollow planet, and the sun will go dark, and we will still be around. Secondly is you should understand this. You should understand where you are in your spiritual maturity. Now, I have different books. You can read the Spiritist book, which is actually the best place to start. And then I have other books that will continue on. Heaven and Below. I have a series of 3 books, Heaven and Below, Spirits in the Spirit Universe, and how the spirits guide us. This will tell you what the spirit world is all about, and this will explain to you why you're on earth and what you have to do, or what you have free will. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to believe in the Spiritist doctrine. If you're a good person, you will rise to one of the levels of heaven. But this will give you a more concrete knowledge of what happens after you leave this physical body, because you are who you are when you die. You just become smarter and better looking and immortal, and there's no illness, none of that. So this will give you knowledge for your life that you can use to make you ready to actually study and work at what should be your priority, and that is not buying that new house, those new shoes, that new car. Not that it's okay to do that, but that should be a secondary part of your life through your exploration of improving yourself. I want to say, everyone, God bless you. God bless.